Here we go. We're going to get some lateral motion going. We're going to develop the range of motion you need first, and then we're going to move into some stability at the hip and then some sprungy fun stuff. And again, one day might be better than the next, so don't feel like you're stuck into one version of this. So the more mobility, sort of that feels good at the hips component, we're coming into a relatively wide stance. If your feet are too close together, your knee stability and sort of integrity are going to get questioned. So you want to make sure you're wide enough. It might almost feel uncomfortable to stand this way. And really thinking about lifting from the torso. I don't want to see your nose dropping down to the toes as that first line of movement. You're going to get sassy through one hip and just drop, trying to pull your butt down towards your heel. So if you sink all the way down and your heel lifts up like mine does, that's okay. Be careful with it. And maybe you push in a little bit and then recreate all of that stability. You can't do it quite as sort of quickly if that heel lifts up. But we want to find movement through the inner thigh on both sides, squishing up huge knee flexion. Maybe you add a bit of ankle work so that leg is nice and straight. You're finding balance here. And we come all the way up. But again, we're not going to flop down and then kind of like do all these weird things through the torso. It really is about balance, about range of motion at the hip, and about keeping your thoracic spine nice and open. And you just alternate, moving back and forth as it makes sense for you. From there, we add a little bit more plyometric work. So it's really through the hips that you want to be thinking about, controlling momentum on this one. So we're going to start by going that way. So my inside leg starts in a bit of a knee drive position, and we bend through the other leg. Opposite arms, find yourself balanced and stop. So what I want to see is that you stop. Totally still. So we're not sort of absorbing and catching and flying, but in fact, you leave and you stop. That's it. Hold it for as long as you need to before you intentionally go to the next repetition. So our bodies are going to want to like, whoa, whoa. They're going to want to sort of take that momentum and run with it, fight that momentum. Once you can do that and you're confident that you're in control of where the pause is, you can add a bit of a vertical jump. So again, bear with me on this one. Starting in that same position, reciprocal arms take you sideways. We're going to go sideways and up. And stable, right? So I'm going sideways and up. That one wasn't a good one. Notice. I want to see that you have two footprints, and that's it. So when I go sideways and come back up, my foot leaves and comes back to that same spot. And again, I'm finding control in the stop before I decide to go to the other side. Play with it. It doesn't have to be like the Bible. Just play with it. Find control in whatever you've decided to do.